Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Sportify podcast by the Aspira University of Applied Sciences. And today's historical day, we have a first female guest in the history of our podcast. Before we start, I would like to pay a huge shout out to our friends from Polio Sports for supporting us with some hydration and snacks for today's interview once again. So our guest today is Julija Hrstić, and without further interruption, let's go. So Julija, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, first I would like to say that I'm glad that I'm the first woman here.
Mm-hmm.
So I am Julija Hrstić. I have my company. I am professor on Aspira. In the past I work a lot of different things. I was in different companies. So we can start with questions because
Yeah.
If you ask me about myself, I have a lot of things to say.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
great. So my first question is about your experience at the football club Hajduk, since
Yeah.
you were sales and marketing director at the football club. Could
Yeah.
you please tell me about your experience and like about what we are doing there in general?
Yeah, so when I receive a call from headhunting agency for Hajduk, I was working in a company Galeb Omiš, textile production and sales, and this agency called me, would I like to be sales and marketing director in Hajduk, and I'm a big fan of Hajduk and I say yes, I will try it. So when I came there, president was Mr. Julija, and we have some vision and some strategy for development of marketing and sales, and we had really good results. We have a increase in sponsorship revenues, increase in sales, and especially in jersey. We develop a lot of new products.
Mm-hmm.
We make new web shop. Also, we did in visual merchandising on the store on the Poljud, and also we opened new stores in Joker and in Makarska. And then, after 4 years, almost I left.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So maybe you could tell us your best story from the Hajduk, maybe the funniest one from your job time there.
I don't know. There were a lot of stories because Hajduk is something special, and all people who love Hajduk know that Hajduk is special. And there are a lot of little stories with little people, usual people. So I cannot remember, but I have a lot of memories.
Okay, that's great. But why did you decide to quit? That's the question that is like getting to my mind, because you are successful, you are opening new stores, you are developing new products, and what's the reason you're quitting the Hajduk if like the business was going and you were successful, you were like developing?
Yeah. But you have some usual things which you do on one job.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to rise and to learn new things, because I like to learn new things, different areas, different industries. And what I like is to help to small and middle enterprises to grow and to rise.
Mm-hmm.
That's somehow my mission. And I open company for consulting, especially for marketing and for digitalization.
Mm-hmm.
And in my company I work for some football clubs, little football clubs, some other sport organization, and now I am in some little talks about one other project to take, like marketing manager.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's really interesting, impressive. So, about this consulting agency, that's a really interesting and kind of unusual in Croatia because there's not so much of them.
Yeah.
How this idea came to your mind, and like was it hard to decide to start it, because you have probably like not so much experience before in consulting, and starting from the scratch, starting from the beginning in the developing industry which niche was empty in Croatia. So maybe you could tell us about the process of starting your company and how this idea came to your mind.
So I want to think forward, and I had a lot of experience. I had a lot of experience in production industry, in sales, in marketing, in accounting. I have a lot of knowledge, and I know how to help. Also, when I was in previous company in Galeb, we had some consulting companies who were monitoring management. Mm-hmm. And that man from this company, he told me that there are only few people in Croatia who know things that I know. So that encouraged me because I can do a lot of things because I have a whole picture.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you are basing on your experience and knowledge your own business.
And I'm learning, still learning, every day learning. So
that's great.
I never stop.
That's really great to hear. You know, there's always space to improve. And like about your consulting career, consulting agency, could you tell us a bit more maybe about your recent cases or the most interesting cases that you faced since the moment of the opening your own company?
One project which is a very dear one is project with organization from Makarska. It's a project for kids. Mm-hmm. It's an organization who is developing some project for children and for people with disabilities. Mm-hmm. And I work on their 5-year strategy. I make strategy, and after just 2 years, they achieve goals which they should achieve in 5 years. So they are very dear and very great people. Mm-hmm. And they now also open branch in Istanbul for handball that's for people with disabilities.
Wow, so you're doing some sort of charity, let's say this way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting. And as I know, you also own another business, your own clothing brand.
Yes.
It's called Dove or Do We?
Do We, yes.
Do We.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
great.
Do We.
So could you maybe tell us how did this idea came to your mind, and when did you start? Like, how did you start, and did some of your previous experiences help you to develop and succeed in this?
As I told you earlier, I was 17 years in textile industry, and I was director also for sales and for production. I was executive, so I know a lot of sewing materials, everything else, and I know what is thing which is missing on the market. And market is missing basic quality articles in fashion. I love fashion, I love textile, and I wanted to connect it with sport and with charity. And my brand is called Do We because I want all people to ask, do we try hard enough to change things around us? Mm. So my brand is only online, and from every purchase my company donates 10% to one of world organization. One organization is for animal protection, second is Save the Children, and third one is for sustainability and biodiversity. They are all they are not local agency or local organization, they are world.
Wow, that's really interesting story, really impressive one. Yeah. And as I know, your brand has partnerships with a couple of really top figures. Yeah, one of which is Ivan Perisic. Maybe you could tell us how did you reach him, and like maybe some outcomes from this partnership. Did it help your business and overall recognition of the brand?
Ivan is from Omiš. I'm also from Omiš, so we know each other. And when I was starting think about idea and everything and story and strategy for brand, I think about Ivan as an ambassador of a brand, and I talked to Ivan about this project, and is he willing to be a part of this project? And he said yes, and now we are in this project. And for sure that he is good for a project like ambassador and promoter.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. So another thing I would like to ask, actually, what are you planning to do in the future? Maybe you are planning to open some physical stores, not only online with this sport.
Yes, I'm now still in the phase that I'm developing assortment in my brand. I want to have more articles. When I get some number of articles, then I will think about opening a shop. Mm-hmm. I don't know, in Croatia or somewhere out of Croatia.
Okay, that's really impressive. So you have a high plans for the future.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, that's great attitude. I like it. The more ambitions, the more profit you get. So interesting. But currently, you're also giving lectures in marketing at Aspira University, and that's really great to hear that such people are giving us lectures. Could you maybe tell us a bit more? How did you come to the idea of giving classes, of being a professor at the university?
Okay, I was teaching all my life. I teach children in maths and English and accounting to these students. Mm-hmm. I always teach, and always my students had they had great success. Mm-hmm. When I was teaching maths, some children which were totally down, they get a great success on exams. So I know how to teach, and you have to know how to teach people. And Luca called me and asked me, would I like to come here? And I say yes, why not?
Okay, that's really great. And did you have some other options, maybe like other offers from the other universities or something?
Yes, I was talking with some university, but they have a problem because they have problems with changing of their programs, because they are national universities, and they have problems because I don't want to think about it. It's not my job. And
okay, so then my next question is actually about the students and your efforts of making students better. What is your main goal while teaching the class of marketing or while teaching at Aspira University? What's your main goal? What's your main idea?
Okay, as you know, because
I'm taking the class.
I want students to think about everything with strategy on your mind, not to think that you will, get rich in seconds. You must think about all the projects strategically. You know it. I talking about it and I want you to learn how to think, and how to think out of box, and how to look all the things around you in some connection, not just see one things and think about one thing, but you must have a whole picture. So that's and I want you to learn to think. So
main idea is vision.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And you're organizing a lot of projects together with students. For example, last year it was Run of Hope. This year we are also planning something. So are you planning on expanding it? And maybe you can tell us a bit more about your plans for the future for such a project together with students.
Yeah, I always like these charity programs. And last year we had this Run of Hope on Marian. And we give amount which we get there to Juraj Bonaci, and this year we would like again to have this, and also to have something connected with basket. So we will see. I hope that we will do all this.
Yeah. Well, it's my marketing task, one of the tasks during my classes. So I'll also have to participate in it, and I'm really excited about it in the future. So, and like my last probably question before our blitz part,
Yeah.
I would like to ask like about some cases of your students becoming some managers or taking some positions in the serious clubs, especially in the marketing or sales. Do you have some cases like that and some bright examples, let's say?
I don't know. From students, I'm now it's the second year,
Yeah.
and from previous year, my student Rishav, he opened a camp in Nepal, in his country.
Yeah, we had him in the first episode.
Yeah. So I know about him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You will be successful. It depends on you.
Yeah.
How much you will be successful.
Yeah, it's always up to the person. If
yeah.
you are working, if you are
Yeah.
giving your attitude, you will get the success you are willing to.
You have to have good energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you always have to have energy. All right, now let's have a short break. You can give us your feedback and give a try of polio
It's great,
sports.
it's great, it's great. I tried it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we have some.
Blitz part. So
Blitz.
it's a bit spicy and tricky because
Oh my God.
yeah, I have questions which are short and you
Yeah.
you are answering not always short.
Okay,
So,
okay. I'm ready.
Let's start. Best marketologist ever.
Philip Kotler. Yeah.
Favorite sports clubs.
Favorite sport clubs?
Yeah.
Hajduk
Hajduk.
and Juventus.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Interesting. Old Signora.
Yeah.
So favorite food.
Favorite food?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Italian food and pizza, lasagna. I love it.
Oh, okay, great. Favorite tourist destination in Croatia.
Tourist destination in Croatia, let's say Hvar.
Mm-hmm. Greatest athlete of all time.
Greatest athlete of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say. There are few. I don't know.
Yeah, you can list a couple if you'd like to.
I can list a couple.
Yeah.
I love Michael Jordan. I love Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos. Wow.
And Sergio Ramos.
Wow, interesting choices.
Yeah.
You're a Real Madrid fan. So, okay, greatest sports franchise ever.
I don't know really. Sport franchise. I really don't know who to say about sport development or
just overall as the organization in sports.
organization in
Yeah.
sport. Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
Okay, so best sports manager of all time.
Best sport manager. I don't know really.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I know a few of them, but I can't remember their names.
Oh, okay, so your favorite Hajduk player of all time.
Favorite Hajduk player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tricky.
Yeah.
Just a moment, I must think about it. Bokšić. Yeah.
Okay, Hajduk or Dinamo?
Hajduk.
Football or basketball?
Football.
And finally, the best marketing in the world right now. Best marketing organization in the world right now.
I would say also Red Bull.
Okay, Red Bull. So your
Yeah.
favorite sports organization is Red Bull, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you very much for being here. It's been really an interesting interview, and I hope to see you later, maybe in the second episode or something, because I think you have a lot of things to share with.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here. It's been a great debut for a female guest, and for all the viewers, please leave us your feedback in the commentaries down below and follow our social media. We have a TikTok, and I think soon we'll open Instagram. And see you in the next episode.